For the last several years, even though Neil Druckmann and Naughty Dog have been promising to Last of Us fans, hey, don't worry, Factions is going to come out. That's what we're focused on. We know people were disappointed with Last of Us 2, but don't worry, multiplayer's coming. We promise. It's going to be an incredible experience. Well, just like so many other things, they were lying to everyone. And about a year ago, it became official that Last of Us Factions was permanently being canceled and shut down, and it will not come out. Instead, what Naughty Dog has actually been working on is a new franchise that they revealed at the Game Awards. At the very end of the Game Awards, this premiere spot when everybody would be watching, they debuted a new trailer. And you can see people in the mainstream media are absolutely loving it. Naughty Dog's Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet trailer has completely won me over, at least over at Kotaku. Well, that's not surprising, but for the vast majority of other people who are seeing this, it has been rejected wholeheartedly with just one 4-minute trailer being released. Naughty Dog turns off comments on Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet trailer following backlash. And it's true. That's exactly what they did. Now, this is not something Naughty Dog always does. Naughty Dog usually has comments open on most of their shit, but as soon as this came out, I didn't see any comments on it. I don't know if it got turned off in the immediate aftermath or just because they knew what the reaction would be. But what does that tell you? If you know that you're debuting a new franchise with a very snarky, unlikable female protagonist right off the bat, this is the first look that you get at our new hero, our protagonist, the person you get to play, whose name is Jordan. This is the first look you get. Maybe they knew. Maybe they knew that normal people would reject this and be like, is this really what you're trying to push on us right here? And in fact, they have rejected it. 121,000 dislikes to only 51 or 54,000 likes on Naughty Dog's official channel 2 days ago. Comments turned off. Well, I'm so glad that PlayStation at least had the confidence to put this out, and maybe with the full knowledge that it would get ratioed, and also leave the comment section open, because the people at Naughty Dog are such pieces of shit. People like Neil Druckmann who lie through their teeth over and over and over again. A company like Naughty Dog who tries to silence all of their critics through illegal copyright strikes, because that's what happened during Last of Us Part 2. It wasn't a valid strike. It wasn't legal. They were doing it illegally to silence people who were being critical of them and the game. That's the truth. You can go back 5 years on this channel if you want to go watch those videos where they tried to destroy my channel. But this is who Naughty Dog is. PlayStation, however, was more than willing to let people talk about how much they disliked this trailer. 173,000 dislikes to 79,000 likes. I feel like Will Smith will slap me for making fun of her. The most surprising thing about this trailer is Sony left the comments on. From the studio that got rid of all the developers that made your favorite childhood games. They sell hair as a separate DLC. From the studio that brought you Crash Bandicoot, Jak and Daxter, Uncharted. Nice. How many of them still work there? Can I play as the characters from the background anime instead? And, you know, this is all we have to go on. The opening sequence with her shaving her head, with them going out of their way. Because it would be one thing if you just had a female character with their head shaved. We've seen that a multitude of times before. But they go out of their way to make this actress, the person who's playing this, and the character model look as like androgynous as possible, as conventionally unattractive as they possibly can. That's what they did. It's undeniable to anybody that watches it, and that's why it's like this. And it would also be another thing if maybe when you were introduced to this character, her personality came off a little bit different. But instead, no. It's the same shit that people are so sick and tired of. And you can tell that they started working on this game in 2020. That's like not a surprise at all. This is the type of game you would get if you started working on it in 2020, when you thought that that's somehow what that was going to be okay, what was going to be the status quo in 2024, when it's clear that so many people are sick and tired of this shit. And of course, you know, Neil Druckmann went out there and talked a little bit about it. It's a space adventure. You go on this planet that no one's set foot on, or no one's escaped at least in 600 years. And, you know, she's just a strong, powerful little badass and has to make it out when nobody could before. That's the type of energy they're going for. And we have already seen a litany of games journalists or people in the industry. They're fucking mad. They're so furious that this trailer is getting disliked. And, they can quote tweet people. They can bitch about it as much as they want. They're upset that people have rejected this character already in just one trailer. They're upset that it's getting ratioed. But the truth is, as mad as you get, there's a reason that this happened. There's a reason that all people needed was 4 minutes. It doesn't matter if this is the studio that brought you Uncharted. It doesn't matter if this is the studio that brought you Last of Us. All it took was one teaser trailer to get a good feeling of what Naughty Dog wants to push on you in this, and they rejected it. This is what has been happening in gaming for the last several years. And this is a studio in Naughty Dog who their last release that wasn't a fucking remaster or a PC port or all this bullshit that they've been living off of for the past couple years. This is its first true franchise that is Neil Druckmann's, right? He's not riding on the coattails of better people who were doing better things at Naughty Dog. That's not what this is. This is not Uncharted. This is not another Last of Us game. This is a new franchise that is all his baby. And they're trying to ride on the goodwill that Naughty Dog might still have from some people, but that is diminished significantly after the debacle that was The Last of Us Part 2. And so, yes, it got flooded with dislikes. It's not even close. It's a terrible ratio for them. And Naughty Dog knew that this was going to happen. They knew that people wouldn't like it. Imagine that. You knew that people would not like this to the point where you turned off your comments section before you released this fucking video. But this is the path forward. This is the path forward. And hey, go ahead, Naughty Dog, right? After what Naughty Dog tried to do to me and shut down my channel, certainly I have no goodwill towards them. And after being lied to about The Last of Us Part 2 for so long, and after them trying to cover everything up, and after that disappointing story that it was, I don't think very many people should have goodwill for Naughty Dog. They've made great games in their past. This studio has made great games. But the people that were the primary focal point and the drivers behind those stories, they're long gone. They're not there anymore. And instead, Neil Druckmann is there, and he's made it very clear that this is the type of thing that he wants to push.